Well, look who just came crawling back. Hello, Damien, once again. Fucking magical diary weirdo. Hello, Jane. Did you enjoy your dinner? Well, I would have enjoyed it more, Damien, if you weren't stopping me in this fucking hallway. I suppose it was alright. Really? If you like your chili on the bland side, I thought so. There are many secrets here you probably haven't found yet, such as the best place to get a good meal. Would you like to come with dinner with me tomorrow, off campus? Well, I mean... You're gonna pay? At the mall food court? He chuckles. Near the mall, but it's not quite part of it. It's called the Glen. It's a magic only. Oh! The professors go there when they're too tired to travel and visiting parents who want to take their student children somewhere nice. I thought parents weren't allowed to visit. Non-magical parents aren't supposed to visit. Oh! So would you like to go? I can't afford it. I don't think I can afford a fancy magical restaurant. That's alright. It's my treat. To be fair, I could get a free meal. I could go get a free meal. Does this mean you, what you said before about not trusting anyone, is this that true or have you changed your mind? Are we really going to be friends this time? What do you want me to say? I don't know. That you talk to me? That you tell me when something's wrong instead of blowing me off like you did before? Right, I can do that, I think. I don't understand why, but it seems to be the idea of having an honest conversation with me that scares him the worse than the zombie plague. I can't promise to answer all your questions. Can you at least tell me who you're not telling me? Maybe. So you'll come, right? I don't see any way I can say no to that now. Of course. Great. I'll meet you there tomorrow at the mall. He tilts his head in farewell, then walks away. I got a free dinner. I got a free dinner. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered. Ellen, there's a letter for you. Oh, it's from my family. Ellen carefully works her finger under the sealed envelope flap, opening it with a minimum of tearing, then unfolds the letter and begins to read. What? She drops back onto her bed with a thud and stares into the paper with her hands. What is it? It's nothing, just a change of plans. Apparently not going home for Thanksgiving. What? Because it's such a long way for such a short break, so it's better for me to stay here. Is that what you want? That doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. It's not my decision. I can't go home on my own. They don't want me there. Well, we want you here, don't we, Jane? Yeah! Come on, we should all do something together today. Yeah, fuck it, alright. You don't have to do that, I'm fine, really. You're fine about not going home? What, do you hate your parents or something? Virginia! I don't hate them, they just don't want me. Mama's probably glad to be rid of me. What about your dad? He's not around. I lived with my mama and Justin, my stepfather. Your father left you? That's not exactly. She left him with us because Jenny's my half-sister, Justin's her dad. My father was angry? I don't remember a lot of what happened. Then we moved and eventually he stopped writing. Mama says I look like him. I'm sure they want to have you home, it's just an 800 miles. You're going home for Christmas, right? As far as I know. It's okay for people to stay here over the holidays. Yeah, it's always been, there's always someone staying. Some people don't want to have to go back to being non-magical. Hey, if you want, you can come to our house for the break. Really? Sure. We're used to having people over all the time. I mean, I have to ask, but I'm sure it'll be alright. Unless you don't want to because of, you know, my brother. Oh, I'd rather be here than here alone. Yeah, that was the sentence. Go. Okay, I'll write to Mum and Dad. Now let's do something. Let's go outside. I want some fresh air. Alright. Yeah, I'm down with that. I wander around the gardens. Fuck, just fob him off. Fuck it, I don't really care. A free dinner or having some fun with my friends. We go for a walk and eventually a run, which occasionally turns into a chase. I'm still the fastest. We have a good time, but we tire ourselves out a bit. Why did my stress go up? Surely it would go down for having so much fun. I mean, Damien's going to be a bit pissed at me, but... I'm relaxing in my room Saturday morning when somebody knocks at the door. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, shit. Damien! Hi! Hello, Jane. I'm sorry I missed out on dinner yesterday. Oh, there was a silly accident. I had to wait for the healer. Everything's fine now, but with all the confusion, I forgot to send you a message. I'm very sorry if I worried you. I accept your apology. Okay, I got away with it. I fucking got away with it. The truth is I wasn't there, but he doesn't need to know that. Why complicate things? Apology accepted. Thank you. I hope you'll let me make it up to you. We can try again this weekend? I promise I'll make it special. You'll love the house dessert. Sure. It's hard to say no to a boy who's apologizing so sweetly for something that wasn't even his fault. I look forward to it. He waves and departs. Alright, cool. So now we have a next week of shit to do. I suppose we'll do our normal thing. Flies up on the horse and informed us that there'll be a special assembly for all the freshmen this Thursday. No class activities can be scheduled for that day. What should I do this week? We'll go blue, blue, white, white. Good idea. Or we can go blue, white, blue, white. Let's do that. Let's like mix it up a little bit. Blue magic. Success! Hey! Nice. I wonder how far I am off of getting a new thing. 2 white magic. Not bad. Alright, now blue magic. 36, hey! Oh, nothing new. Fuck. Okay, now we've got an assembly in the morning. On Thursday morning, all the freshmen are gathered together in the gym. Good morning, my bright young things. Today is a special occasion for all of you. You're going to get a practice of what you've learned and try out some spells on each other without the pressure of tests or grades. This is an important lesson. I think I saw this in Harry Potter once. I don't think it went that well. Because in the future exams, you may have to come up against each other as spellcasters. You need to know how to use magic in combat and how to avoid magic being used on you. Will everyone please team up in twos? There's some jostling and shuffling around. Ellen and Virginia pair off, and I end up standing by Virginia's brother Donald. Please pay attention before we begin. I want you to take turns casting spells at each other and blocking them. This is not a battle, and if you're trying to defeat one another, think of it as a game of catch. One of you is the pitcher, and the other of you is the catcher. You can only pitch when it's your turn. Defenders must only defend and not attack. Also, please don't interfere with any other pairs, that including casting spells that tend to be messy. No fireballs or ice storms, please. Target only your partner. I'll be on hand to deal with any injuries and accidents. If you hurt yourself, please call for help. I'll be right here. Have fun! Fun? Oh god, I first to see my partner. Hi Donald, ladies first. I'm not sure what's a cast, I've never done this before. You can do a push spell, right? No? You should be taking more classes! That doesn't help now. Yeah, well, there are lots of little spells we didn't learn in class. Here's some pretty easy. Tell me what you can do and I'll suggest something. Donald shows me a simple change in colour in a small object, a part of a larger, and use that to turn his nose blue. Alright then, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. I start to cast a spell, but suddenly a wave of cold sweeps over my body and I can't move. The spell fizzles uncast. Ha! I wasn't sure that would work. He'll wear off in a minute. As he said, I am free shortly, but my fingertips are still tingling and sore. Alright, it's my turn now. Are you ready? I suppose. 1, 2, 3. Cast Distraction. There's a little jolt and it feels a sting like a tiny electric shock. Ow! It looks like you win. Sorry, what were you saying? That distraction bell doesn't work fast enough for you to stop from casting. We will work together for a while, trading spells back and forth, then Donald holds up his hands and leans in closer and whispers something. I've got a great idea. When I say go, you drop to the floor and cover your eyes. I'm going to cast something over your head. Okay, go! On cue, I duck and cover. There's a whooshing noise and a burst of heat overhead, followed by screams. Donald, what are you doing? Oh, you're in trouble. While your flaming dragon was very impressive. Oh, I missed the fire dragon. I did specifically tell you to avoid large spells. If poor Jane hadn't managed to get out of the way, you would have hurt her badly. Like he cares. This is very disappointing. You've always been so careful with your creativity. Why would you take such a risk? Stay quiet. I'm staying fucking quiet. I knew what I was doing. Well, maybe you did, but it's still a bad example for the other students that you think. I'm sure you know that there'll be a detention for this. Of course. I'll also have to give you 10 demerits. Yeah, well, try to be good now. Jacob, put Mr. Rice down. She hurries off to deal with someone else. Luckily, there are no major accidents for the rest of the season. Sweet! Or session, I think that said. And a white magic activity. I failed it. How the fuck do I fail a fucking class? On Saturday morning, the mail allowance is delivered, including something for me. A little card with painted flowers on it. Maybe violets or something else bluish. There's no signature. Just my name, and don't forget written on the back. I'm going to go to the old mall, maybe? We're going to go have a look around. I haven't really actually looked around the mall very much. I didn't see Damien in the shuttle van on the way over. I'm not sure if he's here somewhere already, if he's not coming over till later. Oh, I had to go to the mall anyway to do the thing with Damien. Since we're supposed to be having dinner, we won't be meeting for a couple of hours. I have plenty of time. I've never seen him here, actually. I don't see absolutely everyone in the mall, of course, but he's sort of hard to miss. But can he go to a place like this looking like he does? He said when he got to the Apple Festival, he had to disguise himself, but he's wearing an illusion. He could be right here and I'd never know it. He could be anyone, a little boy, an old man, a woman in a suit. Except, I don't think so. Looking at the people around me, somehow I'm not sure that none of them could be Damien. Even under an illusion, he would never slouch or shuffle like some ordinary teenager. He's a falcon to the core. That grace would always shine through. So, wow, okay, that was a bit deep. So if he's not here, what should I do while I wait? I'm going to go to the magic store, because I can't be bothered to go gaming. Protective gear. Do I have anything? It brings up red magic. That doesn't help. Do I have anything that I could potentially buy for now? That only brings up everything by 2. It's not really worth it. Red magic, blue magic. Oh, everything goes up by 5 if I buy that, though. Weird +5. That's pretty cool. I kind of want to get... I'd only get the star one because it gave me a lot of shit. Though I kind of want to wait for more money. Yeah, fuck it. I keep saying that. I always wait for more money. At the arranged time, I wait near the main entrance for Damien. Then there he is, just looking like he always does. None of the non-magical shoppers seem to notice. Hello, Jane. Are you ready? Where are we going? You'll see. It's not far, just across the parking lot. I didn't see any restaurants there. It's hidden, of course. The easiest way to find it is to go with someone who's been before, shall we? He offers me his arm, and with minor hesitation, I lay my hand on it. It's slightly embarrassing for a friendly outing, but I do need him to guide me. And so together, we leave the mall. This place is, like someone's house. We reach the restaurant. I stop and stare. Not quite what you were expecting. It looks so normal. After passing the invisibility barriers, I was ready for anything, but this place could be in any number of restaurants I've eaten with my parents. The only obvious difference is the customers. Damien isn't the only one here with wings. There's a little figure at one of the tables who looks like a cross between a bird and a goblin. And across the way I see Jacob sitting with two older men, one of whose hair is apparently on fire. It is simpler to rely on standard supplies and build something in keeping with the world. They save their energy on the food. In the other world, there are no limits. You can eat off floating platters in Crystal Palace. Have you ever been there? I haven't graduated yet. But you, I mean, being what you are, isn't it safe? Professor Potsam said, let's have this conversation later. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. No, I want to tell you. I think we should order first. We sit at a booth and I look around for the menu without seeing one. Then Damien takes a narrow cylinder from a vase in the center of the table, unrolls it and hands it to me. A scroll! I look over the listings, but I have no idea what most of them are. They're not even all in the same language as far as I can tell. Would you like me to order for you? Pick something at random. Trying to look like I know what I'm doing, I slam my finger at an entry on the scroll and show it to the waiter, who nods. Damien, on the other hand, rattles off a quick string of syllables that mean nothing to me. He catches my expression and smiles. My brave little horse. Well, you said it's a good restaurant, right? So I'm sure it will turn out. A few minutes later, the appetizers arrive. Damien has a set of tiny eggs inside of a nest of leaves. And I have a plate of a very thin ham over slices of orange fruit. Cantaloupe, I think. Together, they're salty and sweet and very nice, even if it's not like anything I've had before. A waitress comes by to clear the appetizer plates and we wait for the main course. So, I suppose it's time. Time? To tell you about where I come from. Please, promise me you won't repeat this story to anyone else. I promise. It's not easy to talk about. You don't have to if you don't want to. No, I know you. Being who you are, I don't believe you'll judge me the same way. You don't have the same expectations because you weren't born into magic. Neither was I. What? But you're not human, but my parents are. Huh? I'm a chainling. You were swapped as a baby? As far as I know. I don't exactly remember. But, you're blue. I think that's sort of notice. I didn't look like this until later. I grew up always believing that there was something wrong with me. That the face I saw in the mirror wasn't right, but I didn't know why. Oh, I imagined all sorts of things. Perhaps my parents weren't my parents. Perhaps a lost prince and someday my real family would come and take me away and save me. I think every unhappy child imagines this. He sighs and brushes stray crumbs off the table, not meeting my eyes. Did they come? Your birth family? No, I've never seen them. I wish they had, even if one's a demon. They couldn't be well. When I turned 13, I saw my true face for the first time. I was terrified. I had to learn to hide it and pretend to be normal even though I knew it was a lie. It was quite a shock when I came to Iris and everyone started demanding knowing my bloodline. I couldn't tell them. I didn't want to explain. Why would they even ask? That's rude. You see, that's why I could tell you this, because it doesn't matter to you. They want to know who I'm related to, so they know my status. There aren't that many all magical families, and they're very proud of who they are. And when I wouldn't answer the questions because I couldn't, that made them think I had something to hide, especially William. His eye flicks back and forth, and suddenly leans back into his seat and smiles. Before I can say why, the waiter arrives to bring the main course. Bon appetit! The food is good, but my mind is full of questions to really pay attention. There's obviously a lot more to the story, but for someone who has trouble trusting others, he probably told me more than he wants to already. I don't want to push him by asking more. At last, he looks up from his plate. Did you know that William was originally a falcon? A what? We were hallmates at first, freshman year. He never said that. He probably didn't want to spoil his image by telling you what happened. Being kicked out of Falcon Hall for starting a fistfight doesn't sound very good, does it? A fight with you? He lets out a shallow sigh. He kept trying to break into my room. He followed me around, but I wouldn't tell him anything. No. Let's talk about this at something else. Right. Do you come here often? Oh, occasionally, but not for a while. It's much nicer when you have someone to share it with. You'll like the dessert. The dessert? There's only one? Well, it's possible to request an extra if you're greedy, but I don't think it'd be great for you. The dessert plate is provided for everyone gratuit. Even if you only came for coffee, it's part of the magical tradition of hospitality. No guest should go without. That's nice. He settles back in his seat and looks at me. Have you ever considered wearing some sort of ornaments in your hair? Something like that could really bring out the colour of your eyes. I don't know. I'm a falcon. We like pretty things. Last year, there was a senior in Butterfly who wore a golden circlet with an enormous flower on each side of her head that changed colours as the day went by. You should have seen her. She was beautiful, dark hair like a waterfall. I poke absently at my plate, then set my silverware down and allow the waiter to take it away. A few minutes later, the dessert plate arrives. Strawberries? Look more closely. I look again. They're shaped like strawberries, but the surfaces are smooth and seedless and slightly shiny like candy. Is that, marzipan? I've heard the word, but I don't really know what it means. No, it's better. They're blown sugar glass. Careful. They're fragile. Put one in your mouth and suck gently. Oh, no! Alright. I pick up a sugar berry and pop it into my mouth. For a moment, there's just the vague sweetness of the sugar melts on my tongue. Then all of a sudden, a burst of liquid flavour. Oh, no! Okay. Damien laughs at the surprise on my face. They're filled with strawberry juice. It's supposed to provide energy. Why doesn't the sugar dissolve? Magic! After finishing the strawberries, I do feel energized. We chat a bit more and then Damien pays the bill, trying to hide the amount from my eyes, and then it's time to find a van back to campus. All throughout, he's been a perfect gentleman, a friend, and not a hint of anything more. Oh, isn't he fucking lovely? Isn't he fucking lovely? Let's quickly sort out the thingy. Ooh, Jane? Yeah? Do you like theatre? Plays? I don't know. Why? Well, the drama club is doing Medea this week, and I kind of want to see it, but I don't want to go by myself. What's Medea? It's a classic Greek tragedy. It's about a witch whose lover betrays her and the terrible things she does for revenge. That doesn't sound very nice. That's why it's a tragedy. They're doing it Friday and Saturday night, and I was thinking I'd rather go on Friday. Is it free? No, it's $5 for students. So do you want to come? Yeah, I'll go. Sure, all right. Thanks. I better figure out what else I'm doing this week. Right, I'm going to go blue, blue, white, white, and then I'm going to sleep. Good idea. That's my thing for the week. Blue magic. Ah, failed blue magic. Got blue magic. There we go. Hey! Interrupts the target's casting to redirect the spell to the ground or floor. Nice. Fade it again too. And I slept. That's fine. I'm quite happy about that. The evening in the hallway. Ellen and I meet outside the gym. There's a lot of people here, just not just students, but ordinary people and families who must have driven up here to see the play. That sounds pretty good. But before we see the play, I'm going to end this here. This is episode, I don't fucking know, of Magical Diary now. I think this is honestly probably the longest running series that I've actually had on this channel, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to call that a day, and in the next episode we shall see how the play goes and what we're going to do, because I've actually just started to realise that we may or may not be levelling up the right magics. I don't have any magics that are going to affect people. All of them seem to be about dodging stuff. I don't think I have anything that hurts people or immobilizes people. I am very much in the way of seeing ghosts and distractions. I've made a big mistake and I'm starting to realize that now. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you next time.